Okay, now that I understand a little bit of these two guys, this is going to be a good video. It's going to be a good video. You know why? Because I've seen the future of Ingo, right? I have not seen Emmett. And someone told me during the marathon that this guy, obviously, is from the past, and they allude to it a little bit, but apparently you fight him in some part of Black and White or Black and White 2.
Ingo and Emmett are two of the most popular characters in the entire Pokemon series.
Win for Autism Nation.
The western side of the world, which I can tell from my YouTube statistics, the vast majority of you are. They may be extremely minor characters in Pokemon Black and White, but even before Legends Arceus made at least Ingo more prominent, they had been fan favorites in Japan for the longest time.
Ingo's so cool.
Still don't believe me? The year is 2010. Pokemon Black and White have just been released in Japan.
Hold on. No one cares, but when I was a little kid in 2010, I was watching this live. I had the live stream pulled up on my computer watching it, and I just want to say I was there.
Nintendo Dream, a Japanese Nintendo-focused magazine, is holding a poll on the readers as to who their favorite human characters from the games are. They have been doing this for years, and will continue to do it up until this very day. Sun and Moon poll saw Lily beat Gladion to the top spot, Raihan won for Sword and Shield, and most recently, Kieran reigned supreme in Paldea.
Who the fuck is Kieran? Are they from Area Zero, or is this a main story character? I don't remember anything about this character. DLC, of course. I haven't played any of it. Hey, one's in chat. Do y'all want to see me marathon it? It's not Area Zero, but like the DLC stuff. I've heard the DLC is somehow way better than the main storyline. Miles better. People talk so much shit about the main game, but they praise the DLC. Area Zero down to the end of the game towards DLC is apparently cinema.
If you remove the votes from male readers and only count the women voting, Ingo actually moves up a spot to take over the #1 position from N. He is the most popular character in Unova among women, and along with his brother and N, top 3 overall as well. And considering N is a fantastic rival with one of the most interesting stories in Pokemon history,
one of the best characters of all time,
makes sense. But Ingo and Emmett, they barely even appear in Black and White. The duo run the Battle Subway, the new battle facility of the Unova region, located in the gear station of Nimbus.
I don't know why
City.
I took away Captain, sorry.
While a multi-battle with the brothers would become mandatory in Black and White 2, probably as a result of this popularity, they are completely optional to meet in the first Black and White. And I'm willing to bet most people never even met them. You need a win streak of at least 20 in single.
Everything aside from the footage, I'm looking at the graphical capability of this footage right now, and this is the most HD, sharpened, high quality render I've ever seen. That's crazy. Crazy nice.
Battles to encounter Ingo, or in double battles to meet Emmett. But while those make for some of the most forgettable characters in Pokemon history, Ingo and Emmett captured audiences like few characters ever have. But at the same time, I can't imagine Game Freak and the Pokemon Company anticipated Ingo and Emmett would become so popular. But even during the lifetime of the game, when Black and White were the games to promote and Gen 5 was still the fresh generation, Ingo and Emmett already received some additional promo fellow Battle Facility Masters never received. The duo appear in a grand total of 6 episodes of the Pokemon anime during the Unova series Best Wishes, which may sound like a low number, but that is more than gym leaders Elisa, Skyla, and Drayden combined.
I'm not shocked.
Especially those first 2 aren't exactly unpopular either. In the TCG, special decks and card sleeves were released with Ingo and Emmett.
What? They're $100 on eBay? Damn, $65, $70. For one single sleeve, you can pay $3. No shot.
Ingo and Emmett managed to defeat even the threat of time. In 2021, both of them were added to Pokemon Masters EX.
I have not played Masters EX, but allegedly there is a lot of lore behind a lot of the main series characters in the app, but I never played it, and people are super obsessed with it.
Which is, again, exceptionally early. Fellow Unovan Silent, who appeared prominently in the anime, or Bianca and Sharon's Black and White 1 looks haven't even been featured in the game yet today. And these subway bosses have already been present for years.
Pokemon Masters are having sex.
Is still one of the most watched videos on the Pokemon Masters EX YouTube channel, and the second most watched character reveal, only behind Gloria from Sword and Shield.
Who the fuck is Gloria? I don't even know who that is. I haven't played Sword and Shield.
1 year later, the duo would receive alts, or special costumes as they're called in the game, donning these dapper suits. While getting special costumes is not super exclusive anymore, it still shows they're far beyond their colleagues at other battle facilities.
Who's this? Who is this at the tea party?
And even a good chunk of gym leaders. A few months before this release, Ingo had arguably his biggest moment in the series yet. His appearance in Legends Arceus. For many people, I can imagine this was their first time seeing one of the subway bosses in the flesh, because there's no missing Ingo here. He's the Warden of Sneasler, and just like your main character, has been transported into the past with his memory erased. While I was one of the people who initially thought this was the most random inclusion and a direct reason for their resurgence in popularity, it was actually the other way around. Ingo's inclusion in Legends Arceus is the result of a decade of being one of the series' most popular figures. And what also definitely helped for this game specifically is that Ingo and Emmett used to always be together, but are now separated, further adding to the tragedy of his tale. It's also incredibly reminiscent of what happened with Annabelle and so.
You know what's going to be absolutely crazy, and I want to put this on file right now so everyone can come back to this clip and say, holy shit, Mudskip was right. Guess what? My entire being believes that I think Emmett is gonna be in Pokemon Legends ZA. He's gonna pop up there as like either a random side character or a main character or some kind of inclusion in it. I truly believe it. And you know why? Because this is gonna follow the entire timeline of Looker being inside of like the wormholes, spits out into Legends ZA, right? Because Looker has been found in Pokemon Oras, in Sun and Moon, and I think what's going to happen, it's going to be some wild, riveting shit. Nixon 7? Did they win? Yo! The script. Wow, the script. The script is getting juicy.
What's much more important now is the impact of Ingo's inclusion in Legends Arceus. It causes tides to shift. Earlier this year, Pokemon Masters EX did a global poll on which chapters, called Trainer Tales, players enjoyed the most. Lo and behold, Ingo and Emmett reigned supreme and won the poll. Their special costumes, which I mentioned earlier, finished in a very respectable 4th spot, making them the only characters to be in the top 10 twice.
Damn.
Now, I can hear you think,
wait. Yeah, they're at number 4 and number 1.
We in the West have adopted the love for Ingo and Emmett completely.
Yeah, we have.
If you only count Japanese votes, Ingo and Emmett are nowhere to be seen in the top 10. They made it based entirely on the rest of the world. Their fanbase is beyond dedicated at this point. But we can also say with 100% certainty, it is a worldwide phenomenon now. Question remains,
facts.
Why? What caused Japan to be so obsessed with these characters the moment they saw them? And how is it possible for that love to suddenly blow over to the rest of the world as well? But there are several key elements that I believe play a massive role in the popularity of Ingo and Emmett. Train station. Make no mistake, train culture is absolutely massive in Japan. It's almost unimaginable for us in the West. Densha Otaku, literally train nerd, is one of the biggest subcultures in the country, among both the young and old. It's a symbol of pride for many Japanese, as their train system is pretty much considered the best in the world with a landslide.
Okay, I would teeter on that business a little bit though, because China did just come out with the massive bullet train that goes super fucking fast. I think it's the fastest in the world, but apparently their railway system is really good too.
Always on time,
just my little sprinkle of
they're the real deal in rail transportation, basically. And that has caused a huge fan base to gather around them. A fan base so big it had to overlap with the other massive Japanese subculture that is Pokemon, resulting in these two becoming the favorite character of everyone who considers themselves a fan of both. That explains their popularity in Japan, and also why fans didn't need to see too much of them in order to fall in love.
I don't think you want to live in the Netherlands, because I saw a massive landslide that they went through. I don't think it was recent. Was it Netherlands? No, am I thinking of Switzerland? Oh, it was Swiss. Oh, yeah. This took out an entire village. Look at this. This is crazy. I saw this and I was like, no, this is very recent. This is literally today. I guess the residents were evacuated after smaller landslides. One person remains missing. Rising floodwater from the blocked Lanza River is now inundating the few surviving buildings and threatening downstream villages. This is so sad. A lot of Americans like to do this thing where they idolize living in the Swiss lands. This is like a very real thing that could happen. It's just so sad. Like, this is a massive landslide. Massive. Look at that. Wiped out the whole village. Gone. That's nuts.
While I have seen some stuff I wish I had it now, I also was able to discover where another
dry delivery, but that was massive if you picked up on that.
Stuff I wish I had it now. I also was able to discover where another part of the appeal of Ingo and Emmet lies.
That's fire.
They have often been portrayed with neurodivergent personalities.
Hell yeah.
Autism. Partly based on their obsession over trains. Based on Emmet having a galvantula with act moves in the game, it became a trope that he'd have a boatload of Joltik lying around. Similarly, fellow popular Nimbasa City character Elisa often appears alongside them, showing them as much more friends than they canonically are.
That was really fire. I didn't think that their backstory was that crazy.